It's rematch Sunday for the 3C2A Soccer Championships as the women take the pitch for the final. Can Folsom Lake capture back-to-back titles for the first time since Santiago Canyon did it in 2019? Or will Cypress win their first championship since they went back-to-back in the late 90s? It's a rematch of the women's final from last year right here at American River College in Sacramento, and this is the Bay Area Online Sports Network. Alongside San Joaquin Delta women's head soccer coach Adrienne Sorensen, my name is Stephen Davies. It's a pleasure to be with you once again. Folsom Lake back in the final again after edging out 2022 champion Saddleback by a 0-0 on Friday night. It was a cagey affair that both teams had opportunities to win, but it would be a cruel own goal in the 56th minute that gave Folsom the 1-0 win. Saddleback would come so close in the final minutes with a shot deflected by goalkeeper Linnea Cybersma up onto the crossbar in the 90th minute to preserve the victory. And our featured player, as we look at the starting lineups here in just a few moments' time, will be Taya Reyes. She has 21 goals and 9 assists on the season. I have a feeling she'll be the difference maker in this match. She will be a difficult player to contain. Cypress handled their goal-scoring business early in the first half against City College of San Francisco in the semifinal round as a 13th-minute free kick from Megan Alcantara. Then in the 16th minute, Amber Milkey added a second. City College pulled a goal back as the game approached the half-hour mark, but the Chargers' defense had held resolute to preserve the 2-1 victory and win their 9th consecutive match in a row. Our featured player of the game will be the aforementioned Megan Alcantara, an All-American, the sophomore with 12 goals and 3 assists on the season, has been outstanding as she was on Friday afternoon. So it should be two very evenly matched teams. As we say, good afternoon to Adrienne Sorensen. What are your thoughts on these two teams?
Well, first of all, what a story. Coming back after last year's final, a rematch of the final a year ago that was finished and decided in pens. I know, talking to both of these coaches, the teams fully understand the levity of the event and also what it means coming off of being there a year ago against the same opponent, their motivation. And I know that Cypress has that extra piece in terms of the mental aspect of motivation, but Folsom has a team full of sophomores who were freshmen a year ago who, to be honest, got absolutely annihilated on the stat sheet except for the result. And they bent but didn't break, and that group of freshmen have grown into leaders and sophomores who are ready for this type of game and moment. This is going to be a fantastic game.
It has been just over a year to the day since these two teams met at Mount San Antonio College for the state championships. Penalties would be required to separate the teams. Current Falcon star Taya Reyes opened the scoring in the 12th minute before current Charger star Amber Milkey equalized with a goal in the 52nd minute. The big moment in that match came, of course, in the 78th minute. Former Falcons goalkeeper Reese Clark saving a penalty kick, one of her 12 saves in the match. Clark would be the heroine, though, in the penalty shootout, saving the 5th and final kick to earn the Falcons their first state title in any sport. We will be ready here for kickoff in just a moment. Cypress are in the navy blue uniforms that we saw on Friday afternoon. Meanwhile, Folsom Lake, a change in uniform. They're in the white kits today as we take a look at their huddle. Just one change from the starting lineup says a look at Folsom Lakes. They are unchanged today. I would like to say, though, there is one change as far as Folsom Lake is concerned. Grace Pratt is the change for Layla Hadid as we look at the keys to the game. Adrienne.
I am very curious looking at that late change. I'm very curious as of that late change to see if the reason for that is maybe Folsom going to 3-front. We'll have to see. So typically in their 3-5-2, let's see if they are in a 3-front with this change.
We are underway from American River College in Sacramento, our final game of championship weekend. And it's a women's championship, a rematch of last year. Folsom Lake in the white, Cypress in the blue. Another fantastic turnout here. Folsom Lake were well supported, of course. They have a pretty short journey to get here, but The stands are packed once again here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Warm in Sacramento for this time of year.
It's a beautiful day. Walking into the stadium for the men's game. Amazing crowd for that game, and I'm very curious to see what the numbers are. But we are packed here for the women's game and the championship.
Here is Alcantara. Couldn't trap that one. Folsom Lake in possession, far side. Just the one change, as we mentioned.
They still look to be in their 3-back. Kamaya looks pushed higher in this game than in the last one. So we'll see what tactical layers Coach Ravato has for this game.
Here's Alcantara down the left touchline. First opportunity here for Cypress. They've got players in the middle. Left-footed cross into the box. Early opportunity on the volley. And just wide of the goal. That's going to go back for a goal kick.
We love an open start to a championship game. We love that type of tone set for the fans, for the event.
Goal kick them for Folsom Lake. Here's Andrea Hernandez wearing the number 2 jersey. She gets dispossessed. A little trouble here for Maddie Stroh and her teammates to clear. Cypress with Maggie Salmons wearing the 14 jersey. She threads it through ball. Early opportunity, and that's it wide of the post as well. So not even 3 minutes gone and 2 clear-cut opportunities on goal here for the Chargers.
Yeah, Cypress absolutely starting on the front foot. I know talking to their coaching staff prior to the game, these players are motivated, they're ready, they're excited, and they're showing it with their actions right now.
Cuyamaca capturing a state title in the men's matchup. 2-0 victors. Comfortable win for them over the Roadrunners of Butte. 10-seeded Coyotes then all the way to the state championship. Salmons plays that one forward. It's still Ramirez. It's still Ramirez here. Ramirez, oh, great ball cross, but cleared away. Alcantara can't get to it. Kylie Diomi sends it forward. There was Grace Pratt wearing 25. She's the one change in the starting lineup for Layla Hadid. It's like she's playing more of an attacking midfielder role as this one goes all the way back to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, and I think that's a move to be able to push Kamaya a little bit higher up the field. She makes things happen. And differently than maybe other 10-type players, Kamaya is naturally more of an 8, more of a box-to-box type piece. Absolutely love her game. But I definitely think that it's a move to get her higher up the field. That has to be what that is.
Here's Pratt with a ball into space along the right side. This is Jennifer Ortega. Ortega's low ball into the center is cleared away. Here's Gritzy, or Jasmine Martinez, excuse me. Jasmine Martinez wearing 33. Gritzy Ramirez wearing 29. Good run along the right side. Stopped by the Chargers. To the 5th minute here. A couple of early opportunities for the Chargers, but no serious threats on goal as of yet. Let's take a look at our keys to the game for Cypress Chargers, and we'll take a look at them as they're on the screen.
So we have play our game. Talking to them, they're not going to give a ton away. Clearly,
not in the championship final.
Execute offensive and defensive systems. Good call on that. Set piece defending. So we've got some pretty intricate keys here, Steve.
Thank you. I try. That's what they pay me the big bucks for.
I know. Yeah.
Here's Grace Pratt along the left side. She cuts back inside. Dishes it off to a teammate here. This is Rachel George. Sends a ball into the center. Opportunity at the penalty spot here, and it's cleared away by Alcantara. It's El Ramirez. So quick. Good first touch. Finds Jasmine Ramirez in the center. Not the best of passes, but finds a teammate. Now back the other way come Folsom Lake. Knocked away into the touch for a Falcons throw.
Megan Alcantara, such a huge key for Cypress, making things happen from a deep line position.
Cleared away by Cypress to the halfway line. This is Hope Martin Northrup. She's wearing number 23 for the Falcons. Playing the center back role. Partial clearance by Cypress. Get another crack at it. Here's Itzal Ramirez. So a short tug, but no call. Jasmine Martinez. Salmons gives chase after that one, but Folsom Lake are there. A mistake there allows Salmons to win back possession. Here's Alcantara now. Lofts the ball into the box from distance, and Cypress off a line makes the save. As a look at Cypress co-head coach Randy Martinez alongside Eric Hurtate. Thrilled to be here, as are all four coaches here on finals day. And this is knocked into touch for a Cypress throw.
Long-time co-head coaching duo, and what a duo that's been for them over the last, I think, almost 20 years or so. But when you find two great tactical minds that also work well together and have like that trust with one another, obviously great things can happen, and you see that through the program.
Here's the Cypress throw. Takes a deflection the edge of the box, cleared away by Folsom Lake. Knocked forward by the Chargers. Rolls to the outside for number 20, Kylie Diomi. Ball into the middle. Hit first time. And a Cypress defender was there. That's Jennifer Ortega in the number 8 shirt. It's a free kick to the Chargers. Given away. Pratt's made a run forward. Here's Grace Pratt around her defender. Grace Pratt goes for the shot from distance and scores! Saw the goalkeeper off the line and fires a left-footed effort.
What a moment for Grace Pratt and for Folsom against the run of play. Great moment, and the smoke is going.
I was just about to say before the goal was scored, as let's look at the replay here. Grace Pratt, left-footed effort. Oh boy, that could be the goal of the tournament right there.
Let her fly. That is the goal of the tournament, Steve.
That Rodriguez goal on Friday in the men's match, though, was pretty good, too. And I was just about to say before the goal was scored, was how long would it be before the home advantage would start to pay dividends for Folsom Lake? And now with the smoke and the fans cheering, the pom-poms going, you could be forgiven for watching a game in Europe at this point. At the other end, though, back come Cypress. And this ball's over the goal line. A little difficult to see.
And obviously have to point out the change in the 11 and her popping in. And not only did she score a goal early against the run of play, being able to strike from distance as she does, but she scored a banger. Changes the game. And now Folsom is looking like they're going to settle in nicely.
Grace Pratt, the goal scorer, tries to chase onto this one, gets a foot to it. Here's Ortega to the center. Heavy first touch, though, by Yazzie. And Cypress boots the ball downfield. That smoke is very unique smell to it, doesn't it?
It sure does. Donnie didn't give that to me in his keys to the game, but I have a feeling that her having a good start was a key to the game. And that's instinct. That's feeling the warm-up. That was a late change to the 11, and one that I have a feeling was tactical. And that's a coach that knows his team. And let's see if it can pay off for them.
So Grace Pratt in the 10th minute scores her 8th goal of the season. Folsom Lake in possession. Destin Armstrong gets dispossessed. Turnover. Maggie Salmons has it. Gritzy Ramirez plays it through. No one home at the other end. Cybersma boots it forward. Should have been a handball. And now they'll shoot from distance. Oh, and just wide through Cybersma's hands.
It's a clear handball miss. Shaky moment there for Folsom.
There's a look at Coach Donnie Robato, Folsom Lake head coach. Corner kick to the Chargers here, trailing by a goal. You got 2 players to the near post, 3 at the edge of the 6-yard box, and 1 at the edge of the 18. Kangas has come forward here, makes a run into the center. Volley by Alcantara and just wide.
Alcantara, All-American. Absolutely just one of the players that sets the tone for Cypress. She's going to lead with her play. She plays with a lot of emotion.
Second attempt at a corner kick here. This one is floated in high. A lot of traffic. Punched away by Cybersma. Falls to a Cypress player at the edge of the 6-yard box. It's scrambled away by Folsom Lake, and now they got an opportunity to counterattack here with the goal scorer, Grace Pratt. She sends this one forward and over the top. Oh, what a brilliant ball. Can he get a head on it? And hold on a second. No foul. As the goalkeeper and Taya Reyes collided, the flag is up.
Good ball in behind. Dangerous opportunity. Tested the goalkeeper, and she was game for it.
Stroh and another Folsom Lake player get mixed up, but to their benefit as they retain possession here. A pass threaded or attempted to be threaded through 4 defenders. Jasmine Martinez draws a foul. So free kick to the Chargers. Right on the halfway line here. As Adrian said, against the run of play, Folsom Lake have the lead. Shot from the edge of the box and a save by Cybersma. They've asked a lot of Linnea Cybersma here early on in this one. Here's Pratt. Oh, good ball. Tremendous ball, but just escapes the clutches there of number 20, Kylie Diomi. Good recovery here by the Falcons. It forces Stroh in the midfield. Good overlapping run here by Rachel George. She's going to whip in the left-footed cross. George thought about it, now shifts to her right. George shoots and saved by Sophia Lopez.
Good composure there and ball security from the goalkeeper. And Cybersma's been not quite clean enough early on in this game. That's not necessarily Cybersma's game. She's definitely a raw shot stopper and a very good one, and she generally gets the job done, but she will need to be clean.
And by clean, you mean handling errors here.
Clean handling. And just more so than that, she's just looked a little bit late and not ready a couple of times in this game early. So she just needs to settle in. But Cybersma's a gamer. She wants the moment. So those are the players and the mentality that you need. And it's normal to be a little shaky early, but
right.
She's going to need to settle in now.
Cypress goal kick. Layla Hadid has come onto the pitch, so apologies for missing that substitution. But that was the one change. Pratt for Hadid, and safe to say, Adrienne, that it paid dividends with that goal in the beginning of the match.
Facts over feelings, Steve. I think it paid off. I think it was a good move. I'm sure I'll have plenty of feelings on the broadcast too, though. But let's stick to the facts. I think that one paid off.
Folsom Lake with the lead. Thanks to Grace Pratt, who's on the ball. She turns and shoots and sends that one high and up over the bar.
Shooter, shoot. Grace is a shooter. Love this quick little turn from Grace. Let it fly. I love how she gets her feet set there. And yes, she didn't get all the way over it, but the turn and being able to get her feet set, just hitting it still a little bit off balance. But we love just the mentality to go for it. That is such an important key to this game.
Folsom Lake defending over on the far side. It's Destin Armstrong wearing the number 6 jersey. Charges throw. Send the high ball to the vicinity of the penalty area, but it's booted away by the Falcons. Select Sports is proud to be the official match ball of the 3C2A. Founded in 1947, Select has been the leading innovator in soccer ball design and construction and has been producing performance soccer balls for 75 years. Select, dedicated to quality. Alcantara shrugs off a challenge, sends this ball forward. Hold-up play that momentarily by Itzel Ramirez to allow a play to make a run down the left side. They play that one in. Still stays in. Did it stay in play? No, goal kick.
Alcantara is just such a cheat code in deep central midfield. She can break pressure so easily herself. She doesn't even need to get on the pass to break pressure. Her quick little turn just to get out of that, and then connecting, being able to break lines. So whether it's on the dribble or being able to hit a deeper option up the field.
Steaming forward here for Folsom Lake and getting tackled was Rachel George. Now back the other way come the Chargers. Gritzy Ramirez chases after this one. Alcantara threads that ball through.
What a
Great
turn.
Ball. Good turn. Shot on goal from Itzel Ramirez. It was blocked. They have another opportunity, though, to Cypress. It's Jasmine Martinez. Great ball to Alcantara at the edge of the penalty area now. Alcantara going one-on-one here with Layla Hadid. Alcantara with the right foot. Nobody home for the Chargers. Pratt gets on the end of it for Folsom Lake. Bounces off of Jasmine Martinez. Still not fully cleared. Finally, Maddie Stroh gets on the end of it and finds Hadid in space on the right side. Back to the middle of the park. Pratt's made an enterprising run into space here in the middle. Alcantara.
Great touch, great ball.
Here's Milky. Amber Milky on the ball. Tries the back heel. Cleared away by Folsom Lake. Only as far, though, as Salmons. 22nd minute here. Goal to nil, Folsom lead. Pratt threads it between defenders. Giving chase after this one is Taya Reyes. Jasmine Martinez open to the right side here. Little step over move from Gritzy Ramirez. Still Gritzy Ramirez tries to find Itzel Ramirez, who might get in front of this one. And Cybersma again comes off a line to make the stop.
The Martinez-Ramiro trio is filthy. Filthy. Both of these teams have great trios. So it'll be really, really fun to watch this game play out and see which trio kind of takes over the game.
There's no shortage of attacking football in this one so far, that's for sure.
We love it.
Onesta was saying during the men's final how so many of these finals can be dull occasions, but that's certainly not been the case in either the men's or the women's final here today.
No, I had a good feeling just about this game and that it was going to be that level of like excitement.
Right.
And I kept telling myself to temper those expectations based on Friday's games. And how just the tactical decisions from the coaching staffs and how close to the vest they played their cards. So it's really fun to see these coaches going after it. It's really good for our game.
The hefty collision here that caught the attention of the fans here in front of us, which I'm sure we'll get a look at here in a moment. It being helped up after getting bundled over in a heap is Megan Alcantara. So Alcantara gets turned. Oh my goodness! It's turned around and gets a knee in the back from Diomi.
Heavy collision there.
Jasmine Martinez closest to the ball. Shading her eyes from the sun as she takes this free kick. Headed away at the edge of the penalty area. Bounces through to Cybersma and catches the ball easily. Pratt again calling for it. It's given away midfield. Jasmine Martinez in possession. Now over to Carissa McCarthy, who's in the game. She's wearing 21. And she will take the throw-in for the Chargers. Salmons. Back to McCarty. Plays that one forward. Controlled by Folsom Lake. And now sent down the right side. Reyes is chasing after this one. She's got 3 defenders, though, in the vicinity. This will go out of play, and it will be a Folsom Lake throw. So we've got a substitution for Folsom Lake. Decoria Brill is into the game.
3 substitutions for the Dolphins.
Give you the other ones in a second here. So it's confirmation of a Brill. Arredondo is back into the game. Saw her a little bit on Friday. Ball into the box, cleared away by Cypress. Shot out from the edge of the area. Alcantara got a boot on that one. And still Cypress having a little trouble clearing. Is this coming back for a free kick? It is.
You know, now that I really think this through, Steve, both of these teams have four kind of upper echelon, next level, high chemistry players.
Given away in midfield, and now here come Folsom Lake. Here is the substitute, Abril. Try to thread a ball into space, chasing after this one. Here is Diomi. Finds a teammate. Or tried to. And a free kick given.
For Folsom, you've got Kamaya, you got Taya, you've got Hope, you've got a Grace, maybe a fourth special moment showing that.
So 2 quartets then.
Is it a quartet?
Yeah, after you add one more person in the trio.
We're going to get this right. And then obviously we've got Martinez. You've got the Ramirez, Martinez trio. And then, I feel like Itzel obviously is just real special. When two teams have 4, it might be a quad.
We got a free kick at the edge of the box here. And I would say, Adrienne, within range here of Megan Alcantara.
Absolutely.
Cypress trailing by a goal. They had a couple opportunities earlier on in the match, really within the first 5 minutes. But this is their best opportunity on goal for some time.
Got an All-American standing over the ball. You feel good if you're Cypress here.
Remember, she hit a free kick in the earlier match. Or earlier this weekend, I should say, but that one, not her best, and it's cleared away. And now Folsom Lake's sensing the momentum is on their side here. They got numbers steaming forward. Good ball forward. Attempt for Reyes. No, she can't turn inside the goalkeeper.
What a chance for Folsom there on the counter. Oftentimes that's how it goes, end to end.
Lovely ball forward, and Reyes was in 2 minds, I think, which side she wanted to go around the goalkeeper, whether she could cut back in and make a miss entirely. But either way, it's a corner kick for Folsom Lake, who lead by a 1-0.
Excellent goalkeeping there from Sofia Lopez. Aggressive, ready for the moment, has to make a play there for Cypress. They cannot afford to go down 2-0 here.
Lopez has conceded just the 1 goal going into today's game in the postseason. That corner goes out of play for a goal kick. 29th minute in the first half that's really kind of flown by here as we approach the half-hour mark. A really entertaining game between these two teams so far. And you sense more goals in this, Adrienne.
Yes, I do. Absolutely fun to watch, especially when both teams' high-level players are performing in the big moment and game for it and ready for it, and we're seeing that today.
A reminder, these are FIFA clock rules, so at the 43rd minute, time will be kept on the pitch by the match referee. Ball played in over the top. Folsom Lake defender is there. She got out-hustled to the ball by Itzel Ramirez. Folsom Lake send it forward. Flicked on by Gritzy Ramirez. And that's going to be a free kick as Alcantara is pushed over. Alcantara has been the target of a couple of tough challenges in this match so far.
Well, wouldn't you, Steve?
Pardon?
Wouldn't you?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
I mean, you have to, but I absolutely love that moment.
Alcantara with the back heel, turns, sends the ball into the edge of the 18-yard box. Salmon's shot is deflected away, chasing after it. Over on the far side is Cameron Lee. First time call her name, wearing 27 for the Falcons, playing the right back position.
I love that moment between Taya and Calcaterra, just helping her up from Taya. And Taya wants to be, is just like, really? I mean, pretty much an elbow to the back, right? And they have that moment where they look at each other and it's game, recognized game. And those are two women who really want this and also understand and respect that the other one wants it just as much.
Right. As we mentioned, two teams are really battling here so far over the course of this first 30 minutes of the match, but it's a 0-0 lead for Folsom Lake in front of the big crowd that have traveled just a few miles south here to Sacramento to cheer the team on. Calling for it was Katie Scherson. She's in the game. And we're going to have a free kick here at the edge of the box as Reyes is fouled. Taya Reyes was bundled over and it'll be a free kick. We see there the shoulder charge from Destin Armstrong, or from Jasmine Delatorre, excuse me.
This is right where Folsom was able to score on Friday night, a set piece from this spot, a dangerous ball, well-timed runs, forcing the own goal.
It's a similar delivery here, and this one goes out of play.
Very dangerous ball, and runners not quite getting to their spots on time there. Very good ball.
Is the match playing out the way you expected so far, Adrienne?
It's playing out the way that I manifested, Steve. Not the way that I expected, but I manifested this, and I will take full credit.
This one might be heading our way here. Not quite. Throw into Cypress. Janae Kaiser into the game. She's 125. She will take the throw.
Curious to see how these teams use their depth in this game.
Zel Ramirez over in the corner, being tracked here by Andrea Hernandez.
I have a feeling they may tighten up their roster a bit today. So we'll see.
Who now? I'm sorry.
Both teams.
Okay, got it.
I think at this stage of the season, I mean, obviously we're playing for everything in both of these games. But at this point, I think that if they feel that their dogs have the juice, they may ride them a little bit more than they normally would. This is for everything.
Wouldn't the dogs have the bark and the bite, though?
I mean, we're going to find out. We're going to find out, Steve.
Gritzy Ramirez is bundled off the ball here, no call. And now an opportunity perhaps for Folsom Lake to break. They had players forward, but it's given away in midfield. And Jasmine Delatorre will clear here for Cypress. This one well out of play through the gates. Quickly taken, throw in by Folsom Lake. Stroh playing it forward to Thaisa Arredondo. Back to the center of the park. High ball into the center of the box. Wide open. Oh, the play was there. Couldn't make the trap. And out of play for a goal kick. And unfortunate there for Arredondo.
Thaisa wants that one back. She does. She knows. She knows. She wasn't ready. She got caught in the in-between of, do I take this out of the air first time on the volley? Do I head it? Do I let it bounce and settle it? And in that thinking, that's where, I mean, for us, we really school the players on that ball in the air has to be headed if it is almost above your knees. And keep the eyes straight through it. Don't let it bounce, because there's just too much that can happen. And when they start thinking through that, it becomes difficult in these moments of high pressure.
Itzel Ramirez shrugs off A challenge. Chips that one through. Looking for Amber Milkey, who's now on the right side of midfield. Play on, says the referee.
Eitzel has too much sauce, man.
Milkey gets fouled. It's a free kick.
Look at her. So saucy, so technical, unafraid, composed, body's flying around her.
So Jasmine Delatorre stands over the free kick here. 7 players at the edge of the box. They run near post. What's your thought on the corner kick?
You'll watch Folsom flex off a bit here. They're a little more focused on the ball, but never losing their player.
Jasmine Martinez climbs the back of a defender and gets called for the foul.
We haven't seen any intricate set piece things from Cypress yet. They're looking to dump service in, make runs in. And Folsom's going to be able to defend that consistently. So we'll see if Cypress can add some layers.
37th minute in a
Great touch.
37th minute here in the first half. End-to-end action. I mean, we have had no lulls in the play during this first half. This one headed forward. Jasmine Martinez plays it into space. Along the right side, this is Alma Manzano, who scored the winner when Cypress beat City College during the regular season. First time we called Manzano's name this weekend, though. She's getting the first on-field action. She chases this one into the corner.
She was saving it, Steve. Saving it for this moment.
Yeah.
This time, she's switching on now.
Just like Grace Pratt was switched on as well, right?
Just like that. I manifested all the things for the women's game. We want all the players to have all the moments today, Steve.
Or at least one each.
At least one each. All the players can have all the moments.
Gritzy Ramirez will head to the bench. And Christine Ramirez will come on in place. Christine Ramirez is wearing number 9. Select Sports is proud to be the official match ball of the 3C2A. Founded in 1947, Select has been a leading innovator in soccer ball design and construction and has been producing performance soccer balls for 75 years. Select, dedicated to quality. Seems like both teams, Adrian, go into the depth of the squad here a bit earlier perhaps than expected.
Yeah, but I think that's a move too, so they don't have to do it in the second half. You know, you buy a little bit of time in the first half, and then if you want to ride your dogs, you can do that in the second half.
Half volley forward by Cypress. Falls into space here for Christine Ramirez. Jasmine Martinez chases after it. Manzano's made the overlapping run on the left. It's a high ball to the edge of the box, volleyed away. Oh. Well won in the challenge, but unable to complete the play. There was number 20, Kylie Diomi.
Good choice to just step in and challenge hard through that play rather than trying to settle with pressure there from Jasmine Delatorre. Just definitely a player that you can see that has that higher level Division I, not just athleticism, but IQ.
Itzel Ramirez with a run. Ball knocked away by Destin Armstrong, and it will be a throw.
We talk about football IQ quite a bit. And in my opinion, football IQ is about a really, really clear understanding of when to do what in the game. So, and I think different coaches will have different opinions on that piece. But when to do what, and you can tell there's a lot of players in this game, and the higher level players in this game, they just understand when to do what. It's not always a good choice to step in so hard there as a center back and just go forward. A good chunk of the time, she needs to be able to settle. But in that moment, she knows, like, this is what the game needs right now from me.
So each team making a substitution here.
Jasmine De La Torre is a player that can set play from the back. She's very technical, high IQ in many ways, but that, in my opinion, is the most important one.
Alcantara at the edge of the penalty area. Still Alcantara, no foul is the call. And it'll be a foul the second time of asking as Alcantara fell on the ball.
She looks to clearly get fouled several times there. But we know our referees are human. Sometimes they miss.
Ball played through into space on the right side here for Folsom Lake. Players come forward there. That's Ciedra Joseph, the sophomore, wearing 16. Battling in the corner here against two defenders. Ball taken away. And Cypress will attempt to clear. It's given away, though. Katie Scherzen there. A little frustrated she couldn't get the pass from a teammate. Here is Scherzen. Got space over here on the left side. Oh, good first touch. Running at the goal. Great layoff opportunity. Shot! Saved onto the post. The rebound shot is blocked away and cleared by Cypress. Well, Sophia Lopez made an outstanding save. Let's look at the replay here, Adrienne.
It's a great ball into Kamaya, and just such saucy work from her to get in 1v1, the confidence to take the player on and go at goal, go at the player, being able to slice it over to Chiaza. Great initial save there from Lopez, but you know, Folsom has had that extra energy in and around the 18-yard box.
A handball was given, or a handball inside the box was given. A penalty has been awarded to Folsom Lake. And Maddie Stroh is going to take the penalty kick to make it a 2-0 lead here for Folsom Lake. Stroh with 6 goals and 6 assists on the season. Will set up right-footed for this one. It's Maddie Stroh against Sophia Lopez to give the Falcons a 2-goal lead.
Interesting having Strobe take this. I'm sure she's bagged pens for Folsom this year, but they have quite a few players on this field right now that took and buried a pen a year ago against Cypress.
So a yellow card was just issued to Janine Kaiser. I wonder if that was the player who was guilty of the handball. In the meantime, it's Stroh against Lopez to give the Falcons a 2-0 lead. Fans are ready. Stroh, simple wind-up, shoots and scores! Maddie Stroh from the spot makes it 2-0 Folsom Lake. As cool as you like with a penalty into the roof of the net.
Cool as you like.
So we'll look at the handball here first. And that was on the rebound. What do you think, Adrienne?
It's tough. It's a really tough handball call because her arm starts away from the body, but she is trying to move it back into a natural position. It's a really tough call.
It's such a matter of millimeters, as we saw yesterday, or on Friday, I should say.
It is, and it's one of the most elusive rules in our game, and one that doesn't always make the most sense. It's a tough one there.
So Grace Pratt opened the scoring. Stroh with the penalty kick in the 43rd minute has given Folsom Lake a 2-goal lead as we are now into the final minutes of this first half, with time being kept on the pitch by our match referee.
Stroh showed great composure there. They really tried to ice the kicker. The coaching staff tried to, make more things happen. Players are getting yellow cards. Players are chirping. All those things are the game within the game. They're not just emotion. And she was able to keep herself mentally composed through that whole moment in the biggest moment of the season.
And how do you do that? Is it something that you tell the players? Is it a way to block out emotions and things like that?
I tell my players it's always what you choose to believe. You're going to have the negative voice. It's going to come in. But it's what you choose to believe. What voice you choose to believe. When you step up to that pen, I know I'm going to bag this. I tell them.
Pardon, I'm sorry to interrupt you. A yellow card was issued to one of the coaches there for Cypress. Is the frustration maybe starting to boil over a little bit here as we are in the waning moments of this first half? A high ball into the box is cleared away by Folsom Lake. They lead by 2-0. And to complete your thought, Adrienne.
Yeah, it's in that moment you step up and you go through whatever your approach is. So there's your physical approach and your mental approach. What you do physically to approach the ball, to step up to take your pen, and what you tell yourself mentally. Those things have to be trained. And then it's about what you choose to believe. My guess is Maddie knows that.
And a very confident penalty to smash it into the roof of the net.
Yeah, very confident. Composure, but also confident.
So Cypress had the early opportunities in the match, but Folsom Lake against the run and play took the opening goal, and then a handball inside the penalty area led to a penalty kick that they converted. They lead 2-0 here. We've had just the one match go to extra time. That was our very first match of the weekend. Team Cuyamaca and Kenyatta. Every other match decided in regulation time here this weekend. Folsom Lake, 2 goals to the good. Cypress send the ball into the penalty area. It's headed away by Folsom Lake. Controlled with a touch here by Christine Ramirez. Ramirez gets closed down by 2 defenders. She remains down on the ground. Play continues, though. And now we'll get a stoppage as Ramirez is still on the ground.
Cypress is showing some small signs of frustration, but to be honest with you, they're just a very passionate team. And it's very natural to feel some frustration in that moment because they've been very good in this game.
We are at halftime here from American River College. It's a 2-goal lead for Folsom Lake over Cypress at halftime. Folsom Lake a half of 45 minutes away from capturing back-to-back titles here. We'll take a break for halftime. We'll be back with highlights, with stats, and with much, much more. Don't go away. We'll be back in a moment.
Looking to change careers, gain marketable skills, or earn that degree you've always promised yourself? Cypress College supports you every step of the way with our top-ranked career programs like business administration, nursing, STEM, and aviation. Or earn your associate's degree and seamlessly transfer to university. Ask about free tuition and apply for guaranteed admission. Start today at cypresscollege.edu. Cypress College invests in your success. That's why we say we take this journey together.
Mom, did you really need to buy 2 can openers for our emergency kit?
I can't help it. They're 2 for 1. What's this? We need to keep our family communication plan safe in case of an emergency.
Thanks, Tita.
Oh, man.
Well, good thing we kept all the lights we used for the volley.
I've got the battery pack.
Keep my phone powered so we don't miss any alerts.
What about game night?
Sounds good.
Oh, we have to get to Mom and Dad's and get them somewhere safe. I've got the evacuation route loaded on my phone.
I've got an updated list of Dad's meds.
And I've got just what we need to get them to take this seriously.
If that doesn't convince them that we thought this through, I don't know what would.
Start a conversation with your family and plan together for emergencies.
Welcome back to halftime here at American River College in Sacramento, the women's final. And Folsom Lake, the 2023 champions, lead 2-0 here at halftime over Cypress College. Stephen Davies and Adrienne Sorensen. And Adrienne, your thoughts on what we've seen so far over the course of the first 45?
Well, first of all, I love that both coaches came out on the front foot with their teams, and both sets of players were absolutely ready mentally to get right into this game and get after it. And it's really causing a very, very entertaining event, very entertaining game, and it's far from over because Cypress has been nasty in the attack and all over the field, and they've been a little unfortunate, but that is this game. That's also credit to Folsom and how they've approached the game tactically, and the move to start Grace Pratt obviously paid off big, and being able to be, ready for those moments and continuing to find a way in and around the 18-yard box to really put the pressure on Cypress. And they have a 2-goal lead, and I know that they are pleased with that, but they also know full well that this game is far from over.
Let's take a look then at some highlights from the first half. And it was, as we mentioned, early opportunities for Cypress, but they would be punished here by Grace Pratt. A left-footed effort, probably the goal of the weekend.
Let her fly, Grace. Shoot her shoot from distance. She has such a great strike from distance with both feet. She can get her shot off quickly. She can hit you on the dribble and stride. We love it.
Here's Alcantara taking a shot from distance that Cy Bursma let squirm through her hands. Luckily for her, it was just wide of the goalpost.
Great turn there from Itzel. She needs to heat up a little more. She's been a little quiet in the first half. Big save here from Sofia Lopez.
And that shows such a great angle of the angle that she took to close down the defender. There's a handball, and again, you're not...
It's tough. Her arm goes up. She's trying to move it back away, but it's tough. But it's a handball.
And and by the way, this is the Maddie Stroh penalty into the top corner to make it 2-0. When we saw it in real time, it didn't look like a penalty kick. I'd even turned away to look downfield, and then by the time we looked back, they'd already been pointing to the spot. So, unfortunately, like we've had a few times this weekend, one of those bang-bang plays that
and
can go either way.
Again, like we talked about on Friday, we train our teams at the highest level teams. They prepare and they train for the oh crap moments in these games, for lack of a better term. But the big moments and the things outside your control, and Cypress is experiencing that right now. In many areas, they've been the more dangerous team in terms of grip on the game.
Right.
But Folsom against the run of play and have been so opportunistic with their moments.
Right.
And playing more than well enough to be winning. So now, will Cypress mentally struggle, get frustrated, and the frustration impact the rest of the game for them? Or will they just continue to keep their foot on the gas pedal, start to elevate that a little bit, and just know and understand and trust that they'll find their moments?
We will take a break, and we'll be back with statistics and much more right after this.
You are a hard worker, and you take care of yourself and your community. Isn't it time that you feel seen and supported too? At Los Rios, we're here to support and celebrate everything that you are. With 4 campuses, remote classes, and flexible degree options, you can do it all from anywhere. You can pick up where you left off, get started for the first time, or prepare to transfer to your dream school at American River College, Cosumnes River College, Folsom Lake College, and Sacramento City College. Visit losrios.edu/apply to get started.
Welcome back to American River College, site of the 2024 3C2A Men's and Women's Soccer Championship. It's the turn of the women on our final match of the weekend, and it's a 2-goal lead for the 2023 champions Folsom Lake. The Falcons with goals courtesy of Pratt and Stroh here at halftime, of 45 minutes away from going back-to-back for the first time since Santiago Canyon did it in 2019. Stephen Davies and Adrian Sorensen with you, and let's take a look at our halftime stats.
Yeah, this is like we talked about on Friday night. Stats don't always tell the story of the game because Cypress has been so good in terms of being the tone setters also. And they don't have a lot on the stat sheet to show it yet, but you can tell that they're heating up. And we'll see how they come out of halftime. I absolutely think that Folsom needs all 2 of those goals. There are more goals to come in this game. I feel that. And Itzel, we need to say her name more in the second half.
Compared to where we were 45 minutes, or I should say at the halfway point of the women's matches on Friday night, we certainly called her name a lot more than we had in this one.
Yes. She was cooking all game, but especially in the second half.
Now, I wanted to go back to something you mentioned before we went to break and the frustration level for Cypress, because we saw Coach getting the yellow card, a couple of yellow cards being issued during the half of play. How do you stop the players' frustration from reaching the boiling point before it happens?
Well, it does start at the top, and those are passionate coaches, and I completely understand feeling in that moment that it's not fair, but we've all been there. It's not always fair in this game. And they have to be the tone setters for their team right now at halftime and get everybody back together. Hey, 2 goals with this group, that's nothing. We can do this. And that has to come out of halftime for them. I don't think they need to change much. They just need Itzel really to come alive. I think that is a big key. And start to push Alcantara a little higher too, just getting her even more active. But I mean, she finds the game. She just straight up finds the game wherever it is. And so it'll be good to see what she does in this second half.
Let's take a break, and we'll be back with stats here at halftime from American River College.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
Mom, did you really need to buy 2 can openers for our emergency kit?
I can't help it. They're 2 for 1. What's this?
We need to keep our family communication plan safe in case of an emergency.
Thanks, Tita.
We should think ahead to keep Mom and Dad safe when it floods this year. I've got an evacuation route loaded in my phone.
I've got an updated list of Dad's meds.
And I've got just what we need to get them to take this seriously.
Start a conversation with your family and plan together for emergencies.
Minutes away from the second half, starting here on Championship Sunday here on the Bay Area Online Sports Network. We're at American River College in Sacramento for the women's 3C2A championship match, which is led by the Folsom Lake Falcons, who lead 2-0. And not surprisingly, with a less than 10-mile journey down Interstate 80 here to American River College, they are heavily outnumbering the support here for the Chargers. But the Chargers have made a long journey up here, and their season is 45 minutes away from ending here, Adrian Sorensen. And in your mind, what do you think they have to do coming out to get back on equal terms?
I don't think they need to change much in terms of like system. They need their quad to cook and to continue to cook because they've been good. Like I said, Eitzel can come alive a little bit more, finding her more because she is trying to find the game. I think Folsom had a plan for her. I think they saw her take over the game on Friday night. So they had a good plan for her, and they've neutralized her pretty well, and that's respect for Eitzel. So we'll see if Eitzel can make an adjustment, their coaching staff can make an adjustment with her, and then the rest of the quad's got to cook. Jasmine Martinez, such a fun player. You just see the game finds her. It's like balls come off, and she's already put herself in position for the second ball to be able to settle it and set play. And Gritzy Ramirez, transfer from Santiago Canyon. And she's really come in and made a big difference. And she's a complementary piece in that 4, but she's a real gritty one. Gritzy.
I was about to ask you.
So, love to see it. I think she's having a nice game, just doing all the little things well. And she's just such a buzzy little player. And Eitzel, obviously, so special on the ball, so technical. They just haven't been able to find her much. It's almost as if Folsom's playing away from her. And that's, in my opinion, I think one reason that she's not getting more of this game. Alcantara, class All-American. I love the passion she plays with. She's bringing her best level in the biggest moment. And I just don't think they're done. I don't think Cypress is done. I think that the key to the game for them, do more of you. Don't get frustrated. If you get frustrated, it's gonna be game over, to be honest.
Right.
So we'll see where they're at mentally as a group. But this is a group that's motivated from last year, and another group that's very sophomore led and driven and experienced. So we'll see. But Folsom, to move on to Folsom's keys to the game, for me, they've got all that sophomore leadership, and they need to manage this second half. They need to make sure that they're not taking too many chances. That doesn't mean you sit, but smart. When to do what. Football IQ. And that's going to be really important and critical. And just keeping their emotions in check. And I think a very sophomore-led group has a good chance of doing that. So sometimes that means maybe you do have to maybe you do end up conceding. Maybe, who knows, maybe this game goes into overtime.
Right.
And being able to mentally, be able to weather that. Almost like a team that experienced being all freshmen a year ago, and again, getting pretty annihilated statistically in that game, except for the result. So, we'll see. But this is going to be a great second half. I know that.
I'm thinking about the comments that you made on Friday regarding the growth and the explosion of the women's game in particular. And I want to ask, how difficult is it with the quality that's up and down this league across the state? How difficult is it to repeat as champions?
It's extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. And you have to be constantly evolving at this level. And what Coach Roboto and his staff have done is they have evolved. Chatting with you just a little bit before we got on, 2018, 2019, prior to that, 2016 and 2017, I believe, they went back-to-back to the Final Four. And Donnie started the program at Folsom its inception. And when they came into the Big Eight, obviously that was a much tougher conference than the one they were in. He had to consistently evolve to make sure that they were able to compete right away. They won the conference the first year that they were in the Big Eight. And 16 and 17 back-to-back in the Final Four. And then in 2018 and 2019, when our program went back-to-back to the Final Four, he made adjustments. I think he saw like the things that his program needed to do a little bit differently to kind of take back over and be able to elevate back to the Final Four. And he looked at the other programs at the top of NorCal and what he needed to do to be able to have success. And being able to constantly evolve, the coaches at our level that are able to do that are able to be innovative and find ways to win and change and grow, are the ones that are going to continue to have success.
Back underway then from the second half from American River College. And for Folsom Lake, they are 45 minutes away from a second consecutive championship. They're in the all-white uniforms going from left to right on your screen. Cypress in the navy blue or all navy blue uniforms. This ball out of play for a throw.
Folsom, early on in Coach Roboto's tenure, were very possession-oriented. We're building out of the back before most programs were at our level. But they weren't as athletic as they are now. And that athleticism shift, and then also being able to be a little bit more pragmatic, to change their approach sometimes when needed in order to win games. And again, that's what the best coaches at our level do. Now there are so many high-level staffs in women's JUCO. So it's just amazing from a competition standpoint.
Amber Milky chases this one into the corner, floats one in with the left foot, look to the back post, nobody home. Folsom Lake attempt to clear, but it's closed down by Naomi Lee on the far side. There's a player we haven't called her name much of in this match. Naomi Lee, influential in the second half victory over City College on Friday.
Those next level teams, they're players outside of those top four that you're always calling their name. If they can elevate, that can be a huge difference maker.
As evidenced by the score sheet as far as Folsom Lake are concerned, with Grace Pratt and Maddie Stroh on the score sheet. It was goal number 7 for Stroh and goal number 8 on the season for Pratt. Here's Itzel Ramirez. And that should be behind for a corner kick, and it is.
There she is.
Alcantara claps the hands at the edge of the 6-yard box.
Cypress absolutely out on the front foot again to start this second half.
Can they pull a goal back here from the corner kick? Alcantara's at the near post. Milky at the edge of the 6-yard box. Oh, Alcantara had to look at it for a second. The shot is turned away. That was off the boot of Della Torre. It's cleared away by Folsom Lake. Here they come on the counterattack. It's a 3-on-2 here at the halfway line. It's Diomi chasing after this one. Cypress defenders are there, though. It's closed down by Carissa McCarty. Right-footed ball into the edge of the box. Cleared away by Milky. Back to McCarty. And out for a throw. Shadow is starting to creep across the field here. The sun will be certainly will be a challenge This is a high ball off the crossbar. Falls to the edge of the box. Opportunity for Folsom Lake. A shot on goal is just wide. That was off the boot there of Arredondo.
Letting it fly. We love that on a one-time shot there. And she's almost just playing crossbar challenge there, which is a fun game that we love to play. And just trying to reach the crossbar, and it's such a dangerous chance for Folsom. And then Tiaja with more composure there on that chance, on the shot that she gets off. I love to see that from her. She looks like she's settling in.
It's a throw into Cypress College, down 2-0.
And you can see Folsom defending here in a 5-back now. And that's defensively. They're still going to come out and attack in the 3-5-2.
Itzel Ramirez is upended, but play continues here. Hit on the volley by Cypress. Won by Folsom Lake. Striding after this one is Arredondo.
End to end, isn't it?
It is indeed. Arredondo will take the throw-in. Picked up right where we left off at the end of the first half here in the second. 51st minute. So Folsom Lake have hit the crossbar here in the second half. So far, they lead by 2-0, and an early substitution here for Cypress. And heading off is going to be McCarty. Let's see who replaces her. So Salmons is back on. So she had the end of the first half and a couple minutes here into the second. And a handball. Cypress have 5, 6, 7 players forward now.
I would love to see her just pop this ball to the right back into that flank space here and try to move this set piece setup.
Jasmine Martinez takes it, floats one into the edge of the penalty area. It's headed away by Folsom Lake. Falls to Alcantara at the edge of the penalty area. Working against 2 defenders. Lays it off. And this should be behind for a corner kick.
Great work by Gritzy Ramirez there to keep herself on side as she opens her run up when Alcantara's on the ball. And just drawing a set piece there. And again, those real high-level players, when they get to the end line, they're going to get you something. They're going to get you a cross and a service, or they're going to get you a corner kick. Don't dribble the ball out of bounds. And it was great to see that there.
They have to retake the corner kick here.
See if they go to it again.
That was probably not the end result they anticipated there. I think she's okay, but very unfortunate to say the least.
And that's kind of the day it's been in a nutshell for Cypress. They're doing pretty much everything right. And they're playing at a high level. And they're getting smacked in the face anyway. And so they've just got to continue to battle through this. There's plenty of time.
Good move by a Folsom Lake player. Shrug off a couple challenges. Play on. This is a referee. Possession remains with Folsom Lake. Here comes Rachel George forward. George again. And she gets fouled for a free kick. And Alcantara cannot believe it. Free kick to Folsom Lake. Northrop will take it.
I love the passion that Alcantara plays with.
Floats this one in. And a comfortable save for Sofia Lopez. Select Sports is proud to be the official match ball of the 3C2A. Founded in 1947, Select has been a leading innovator in soccer ball design and construction and has been producing performance soccer balls for 75 years. Select, dedicated to quality. Milky, ball knocked out of play.
Just to touch again on Alcantara, I just believe that so many great players, you have to walk the line between that passion and energy and the emotion taking over your game, and I think that it's such an integral piece of her performing at her highest level is the passion that she plays with. And that mental piece, I just think, is so underappreciated, but I appreciate it.
Is that something that's not coachable? Is that what I understand?
Well, I think a lot of coaches are threatened by that energy.
Opportunity to break now for Folsom Lake. They lead 2-0. They're looking for more here. That ball is played through. Chance for Folsom Lake. Goalkeeper comes off the line. Lopez brave to slide in front of that one. It's still in play. Sent back into the penalty area, but cleared away by Cypress. Alcantara's on the end of it. Can they start a counterattack now?
There she goes.
Nice move by Itzel Ramirez. She's still on her feet. She shrugged off two defenders. Still Itzel Ramirez trying to thread it through, and it's cleared away by Folsom Lake. Alcantara again.
Saucy.
Trying to play the 1-2. Jasmine Martinez plays it out wide. Gritzy Ramirez is there. Move around the defender. Cross into the back post. Milky is there, and she can't get a head on it.
Oh, wow.
Has a penalty been given again?
Yes.
He dropped his whistle. He was trying to shoot the other guy.
Well, if it's another penalty kick, it would be the second of the half. Let's take a look. The goalkeeper, I assume, is fouled here on the cross. Let's take a look, Adrienne. What do you think? Oh, right there, the push on Milky.
Yeah. So, penalty for Cypress coming up, and we've got an All-American standing over the ball.
So Milky gets pushed right there. But would she have made contact, though?
Rachel George just looks to lose her footing on the play, and there is some contact, but it looks like it's after the player's already beyond her. But again, these are the moments that these teams prepare for on both sides. Things outside of our control.
So Alcantara's got a chance to half the lead here against Saya Bersma, who's a goalkeeper in good form, to be fair, coming into this weekend. But she's going to have the difficulty here of the sun in her eyes as she gets ready for this penalty from Alcantara.
Cypress College 23, making Alcantara over the ball.
Alcantara is going through her preparation. Physical preparation, mental preparation.
So it's Alcantara against Cy Bersma. Alcantara steps up and finds the back of the net. It's 2-1.
Was there any doubt?
Some exchanges here between the players at the end of the penalty kick as the celebrations were starting there for Cyprus.
They're passionate. They're excited. There's a little chirping down there, and we love it.
Take a look at the replay here. The penalty by Alcantara. Well, first of all, we're going to see the collision here. Cy Bersma, Milky, and the defender. And then a look at the penalty from Alcantara, and tucks that beautifully into the corner.
Cyprus is feeling it. They're looking around, they're pointing at each other. Let's go.
So 2-1. The Alcantara penalty here in the second half has reduced the arrears. So we've had 2 penalties now in the match.
You know, you just feel for Rachel George there because she didn't do anything wrong outside of being human, losing her footing on the play. It's a real tough call there, and there are many moments where you feel genuinely gaslit by an official, and I'm sure that's that moment right now for Rachel George.
Jasmine Martinez battling for this one. Alcantara. Gritzy Ramirez, oh, lovely move there. Off of Jasmine Martinez. Itzel Ramirez is in possession now. Chased by 3 defenders. Whips this one out wide. Naomi Lee over in the corner. 3 players inside the penalty area. Lee along the byline. Left-footed ball. Well read, well defended there by Folsom Lake. Stays in play along the touchline as we've reached the hour mark here in Sacramento. Play on, says the referee, as Pratt was fouled. Pratt is shoulder charged, and finally a foul is given.
He's letting them play. Probably a little bit too much right now. Needs to reel the game back in.
So Folsom Lake will make a substitution here.
Got to shout out Gritzy Ramirez. So good 1v1 on that play. The Santiago Canyon transfer. Spicy.
Cypress College, number 6, Jasmine Villatore.
So Milky has dropped back defensively here to cover the free kick. Taya Reyes is standing over this one. She will take it. Float this one in towards the goal. But sails harmlessly past and out for a goal kick.
It's a little ambitious, but we see the vision. I just love that everyone is trying to bring their highest level in the biggest moment. No one's playing safe in this game on either side. If you're a 4-year coach watching this game, you want these players, not just because of their ability on the ball and their football IQs. You want them because of these moments and what they're bringing now. Grace Pratt, I think, has 8 goals on the season, but she has the biggest goal of the season.
No doubt. And one of the best goals of the season, I would probably think as well.
As you're trying to get players to buy into roles as a coach, telling players, I don't need you to score a lot of goals. This is your role. But big goals, clutch goals, being able to step up in high-level moments, it's not about the number. It's about what you do when.
63rd minute. Cypress with some more pep in their step after the penalty goal or penalty kick, I should say, from Alcantara. Cleared away by Folsom Lake, but only to the edge of the penalty area. Salmons has a goal, cracks what a goal, and it's saved.
I love the idea of taking those shots from distance, sun in Cybersma's eyes, and let's test her. Again, hasn't been super clean with the handling, but she gets the job done.
Booted forward and out of play for a Cypress throw. 64th minute, 2-1. The lead, 2 goals in the first half for Folsom Lake, courtesy of Grace Pratt and Maddie Stroh. Stroh from the penalty spot gave him the 2-0 lead before Alcantara from the spot pulled one back to make it 2-1. Throw into Cypress. Jasmine Martinez gets tripped up. That should be a free kick, and is.
Jasmine Martinez, so active. goes and finds the game whenever she needs to. The game finds her back. And just one of those players with such personality and sauce to her game, too.
She will take the free kick. Alcantara at the edge of the penalty area in the semicircle. Coming forward now as well for the Chargers is Janae Kaiser wearing 25. Here's the delivery in. A good one. It's headed away by Stroh. Yazzie battling every step there for Folsom Lake. Naomi Lee trying to win the ball back for Cypress. Milky. Left-footed cross. Oh, and a mistake there defensively, and Cybersma off a line. Does Cypress want a handball there? Adrienne, let's see. Let's look at the replay. Oh, boy.
It looks like a handball.
It sure does.
Sun's not in the referee's eyes.
Right.
But again, these are the moments. Cypress is built for this. They didn't get the call.
Let's see it from the reverse angle here, Adrienne.
I mean, that doesn't give us a view of her arm.
Opportunity the other end, though, for Folsom Lake. They got 3 players forward in attack, and they can't quite work it back to set up the cross. It's out of play for a throw. So Andrea Hernandez heads off. Layla Hadid is back onto the pitch.
The officials have so much power in our game in comparison to other sports, and they are one that you cannot plan for the official, their personality as the official, and their ability to be ready for this game in this moment as well.
Shot from Folsom Lake was deflected. Pinballs around inside the penalty area. Second attempt on goal is turned away by Reyes and cleared away by Cypress. Martin Northrup to the other side, or to the far side of the pitch. It's given away at midfield. Here's Jasmine Martinez. And that one too far out in front of Itzel Ramirez, who's upset.
And there are so many great officials. And including this one, there's a reason that he's here. But in my opinion, in our game, the officials have so much power. Their human error has such an impact on these games. So that's why the mental side for these teams is so important. You can't control the official. You can only control you. You can only control your preparation. You can only control your mentality and how you respond to hard moments.
It's a Cypress throw-in to Maggie Salmons. Milky tries to turn a defender. That's knocked out of play. Every seat taken here as we approach the final 20 minutes of this one.
The mentality of the official is extremely crucial in these moments, too, because what he's thinking right now is he thinking, did I miss that? And he can't think that. He has to move right on to the next point of the game.
And we're going to get a free kick here.
He looks calm. He looks composed. And we need him to finish this game strong as well.
These are the tough moments here for Cybersma, shading her eyes with her gloves.
I'd like to see a little bit more activity, a little more chaos created off the ball by Cypress than we've seen so far.
Running towards the near post, almost got a head on it, bounces around at the edge of the 6-yard box, and booted away by Folsom Lake. Chasing after this one now but not able to get there.
That was better. Their set pieces are improving right now.
Chasing after it, I was going to say, but unable to keep it in play was Layla Hadid. 70th minute here. It's a 2-1 lead for Folsom Lake.
For the Chargers, Janae Kaiser returns.
Select Sports is proud to be the official match ball of the 3C2A. Founded in 1947, Select has been a leading innovator in soccer ball design and construction and has been producing performance soccer balls for 75 years. Select, dedicated to quality.
Eatzel's having a nice second half so far. She's been much more active. They're finding her more. She's finding the game more.
Cypress throw-in. Play is surrounded there by Folsom Lake defenders. That should be out for a corner kick. Yes, it did take a deflection.
Folsom's having to weather a bit of a storm right now.
They are such a danger to break here if they're able to deal with this corner kick. Oh, and that one up onto the roof, and that is a
Cannot have that
Nope.
in that moment when you've had the momentum. Cannot let Folsom breathe there, and you let them breathe.
Folsom Lake at the halfway mark of the pitch. Have three players going forward here on this attack. Cypress have five drop back. Good work along the left wing. Ball into the center here. Still an opportunity for Folsom Lake. Shooting on the left foot and into the side netting.
Great chance there from Kamaya. Great little piece of work. So good backing into the player.
It was oh so close. Turns. Gets a step on the defender, hammers that. I think Lopez had that post pretty well covered anyhow.
Kamaya has composure in physicality. She's kind of has this label, I think, as this athlete. And she's so composed with her athleticism. She's so good on the ball still through the challenging physical pieces of the game.
It's Itzel Ramirez. 1-on-2 here. Still Ramirez. Ramirez still to the penalty area, and it's cleared away. She had to do a long slalom there through traffic, didn't she?
She did. And her little explosive touch at the end of that, just to separate away from the three, fantastic.
Crowd have gone a little quiet here since the Cypress goal. Cypress having an attacking opportunity here, but it's booted away and nicely done.
Folsom fans are a little quiet right now, and that energy can be a difference maker for Folsom. Cypress fans are massively outnumbered here. They're doing their best, but that could be a difference maker in this one if the Folsom fans come alive.
And a late call on the free kick going in favor of Folsom Lake.
Look at that crowd, Steve. We love to see it. Everyone watches women's sports.
They've got two packed houses this weekend for the women's matches, so
yes, we do.
Definitely a better attendance for this match than we had at 10 o'clock this morning. Played through. Goalkeeper comes off the line, and Lopez will get through, or will get there first. She's able to get a step ahead of Yazzie to make the save. '75th minute. 2-1 Folsom Lake lead. Alcantara's penalty in the 58th minute trimmed the gap to 1. Alcantara. It's collected, and that'll be a free kick, as she was on the end of a challenge there by Olivia Ivy.
San Jose State transfer for Folsom, number 23, Hope Northrup. She's quietly having a fantastic game in the back for Folsom. She's been lights out defensively and is doing a better job on the ball in this game, too. Both pieces are integral in her game.
It's Jasmine Martinez to take the free kick. The ball into the penalty area, headed on first time, and the save is made.
Good handling there from Cybersma.
Oh, well won by Naomi Lee. But she gives away possession, an opportunity for Folsom Lake coming back the other way. Stays in play along the touchline. Volleyed into the penalty area. Reyes gives chase after it. Lopez is there.
Good work stepping into ball win there from Maddie Stroh. Just a big moment because they were on the counter.
Alcantara steps past the challenge. Alcantara runs to the defender, turns inside, and cleared away. And Alcantara's tried that a couple times now, running at defenders. She's a little slow to get up. In the meantime, it's a counterattack here for Folsom Lake, but the ball is stolen away, and here's Amber Milkey here, working against her defender. And out of play.
Alcantara went full MJ there, even with just the step up and step over, just going end to end. We love that. We love that from the 23.
Milkey is fouled. What do you think?
I don't think there was much there, but she sold it because she's a savvy SoCal player, and they do that so well.
Martinez to take the free kick. Short on the free kick to the edge of the penalty area, headed on first time. Stroh has it at the edge of the penalty area, boots it forward, looking for Reyes.
And that's where you need Taya to front that other center back and really be great at what she's great at, which is hold up play. Need it from her to close this game if Folsom's going to win. They're going to need Taya to be good in hold up play and real good defensively as she is. She's such a gritty competitor, and they need all of that.
Alcantara sends that in, but Cy Bursma rises high. This is where Folsom Lake are dangerous now.
This is coming on the counter.
Just a little bit too far out in front there for Olivia Ivy. Alcantara heads it on. This goes out of play for a throw-in.
And I think some coaches would be real frustrated with Kamaya there not being able to connect that ball. But that's what you give up maybe a little bit with Kamaya. But you get so much She does so much dirty work defensively, just winning balls back and just gritting everything out, and those composure and athleticism moments. So
Gritzy Ramirez was fouled. It's a free kick. Jasmine Martinez attempts to head it on, but it's cleared away by Folsom Lake, who are now in the 80th minute. Looking to go back-to-back for the first time, or first time in school history, but the first time in 3C2A history since 2019.
Great look from Alcantara there to try to spring Itzel in behind.
Substitution time for Folsom Lake. Coming on for Folsom Lake will be Takoria Brill.
There are just so many high-level players all over this field for both teams.
Oh, an opportunity now for Folsom Lake at the edge of the penalty area. Sophia Lopez comes off the line. And this will roll rather harmlessly back to Lopez for the goal kick. But time now.
Needs composure there from Ivy. She had time and space. Find a pass. She's back on her MJ.
Zamba Milky. Trying to shake her defender. And a substitution now. Naomi Lee heads out. .10 plus added time remaining in the match, I should say. It's a 2-1 lead for Folsom Lake. Cypress looking for the equalizer. It's Itzel Ramirez, the edge of the penalty area. Tries to square one in, and it's cleared away. Two defenders have been watching her every move for the last 15 minutes at least. That one goes out of play.
Folsom hasn't given up 2 goals in a game in their last 36 games. So it will be something if they give up 2 goals.
That's the stat of the weekend right there.
And Cypress might be the only team that could do it. And that's the amazing part about this game right now for everyone that's watching.
Jasmine Martinez cues it up from distance, and Cybersma watches it sail over the bar.
But this Folsom team is full of experienced sophomores who have been there before. They've been on the winning side of a game that maybe to many seemed unfair. So they know how to weather this storm too.
It's a throw-in. Like Folsom Lake ready to make a couple of substitutions here.
I have to correct myself. They only have given up 2 goals 1 time in the last 36 games, and that was this season in their only in their home loss 2-1 to Santa Rosa. That's the only time in the last 36 games that Folsom has conceded 2 goals.
It's remarkable. It would really take something special to beat him here today.
It really would, and it really might.
Calling for it was a Brill as Folsom Lake had numbers at midfield. But the back 4 for Folsom Lake just going to keep a solid play up for another 15 minutes or so. And will they be back-to-back champions? Free kick is given.
Quick shout to the Santa Rosa Bear Cubs for that win and for the great season that Crystal and her team had this year. I got to meet a lot of their sophomores coaching the Big 8 Sophomore Showcase all-star game yesterday, and absolute class women, and just great job that Crystal does at Santa Rosa, and good culture.
From the Folsom Lake free kick, it's headed away by Cypress. Ivy chasing after this one. Loses out to Itzel Ramirez. Still Ramirez here. Ooh, under hit back to the goalkeeper side. Bursma hits it along the ground. The angle drew Gritzy Ramirez away from goal. Now back to the middle of the park for Salmons. Salmons sends it into the area. It's cleared away by Folsom Lake. Up to Reyes. Can't control the ball. And Cypress have it here with Alcantara on the left wing. Alcantara still gets fouled.
I'm pleased he didn't card her. I just believe that, like I told my son, talking mess is part of the game, and you have to decide what part of it you are.
Here's the delivery. The edge of the 6-yard box, and Cy Bursma's there, coming off the line to step in front of Milky. 86th minute here. It's going to get loud for the Falcons fans here in the next 5 minutes. Ivy battling, catches a Cypress player, but play on, says the referee. And she caught Salmons there. Knocked into touch by Mia Milani.
To correct myself, mess talk is part of the game, for lack of a better term. But you have to decide what part of it you are. Rather than getting frustrated with it, if you don't do it, and you can't say it's wrong. It's part of the game, and you have to decide where you fall in it and what part it is to you. Does it motivate you when someone does it to you?
That takes a deflection off a player. The shot from Itzel Ramirez. But it's saved by Cy Bursma. 87th minute. A reminder, time will be kept on the field for the final 2 minutes of the match, plus added time, excuse me. So you'll see that here in a moment when we get to the 88th minute mark. 2-1 Folsom Lake lead.
You can see there are a lot of players on the field chirping, and for some, it motivates them, and they play better through that. For others, when they talk, it doesn't.
Folsom Lake just needs to hang on for another few more minutes here to capture the second state title in as many years. Playback difficult defensively, but they are able to clear.
Very well defended there from Folsom.
Falcons player losing a footing. That was Andrea Hernandez.
Great pressure moment from her.
Some time now being kept on the field by the match referee. Folsom fans sensing the time's at hand, but are Cypress College done for yet? We will find out.
Great work defensively from Alcantara. Just like MJ, beast on both sides of the ball. Just a competitor.
Out of play for a Cypress throw.
Just like MJ, she talks her talk, but she walks her walk. And I think people often get uncomfortable with women competing the way that men compete.
Here's the throw-in. Itzel Ramirez sends the ball to the edge of the penalty area. Falls for Salmons on the volley and wide of the target.
I think coaches can be intimidated at times by players like Alcantara who are so passionate. She's like that in training too. And she may be the type of player too who every once in a while in an emotional moment barks back at you as a coach. But I love coaching those players. I love coaching those players. She gives you everything.
Not the greatest of clearances from the goal kick by Cybersman, and that's put the Falcons under pressure here defensively. You would think, Adrian, not a whole lot of added time here in the second half. Ball floated forward over the top. Ooh, dangerous high kick backwards there, but it is cleared away by Folsom Lake.
He should be adding a good amount of time because of the long penalty delay. And there have been some...
Oh, because the...
Yeah, the long penalty kick delay. So he should. But we'll see how much he adds.
Alcantara sends the ball to the middle. Cleared away by Folsom Lake. Look at the watch from the referee.
They've wanted this game for a year. They've thought about this game. They've prayed for this rematch.
Nicely done there to escape from traffic. That was Yazi. Has sent the ball out to Stroh on the left wing, and all Cypress can do now is hope to get it back as soon as they can. Stroh holding up play on the far side. Now Reyes, can she do the same thing? She gets dispossessed, and it finds Gritzy Ramirez. Time for one more attack here for Cypress. It's a free kick. And everybody's going forward for this one.
This is where we need some composure from Cypress. And she hit that ball before the team was set up.
That effort is blocked. We have a free kick for Cypress. As well as a no substitution, excuse me. So it's a free kick. Delatorre will take it.
They're killing their own time off right now.
Martinez, will take it. But yes, as you say, a lot of time being taken away right here, getting set for this free kick.
That he's not going to give them back.
Everybody forward, bar the goalkeeper here for Cypress. Down 2-1 in the waning moments of this match. Hit away on a half volley. Seconds away now of Folsom Lake. Jasmine Martinez chips this one in to the edge of the area. Cybersma is going to go behind. Oh, that's going to be a throw-in. It was almost a corner kick.
Cybersma always just gets it done. Just barely.
So Ramirez along the byline lost her footing.
What a great quality for her to have. She just always gets it done.
Long ball sent into the box. Far side of the penalty area. Headed back across. Oh, Gritzy Ramirez was there. Milky chases it down in the corner. It's cleared away by Folsom Lake. Milky gets it back. They surely have to clear it away now, which they do. And the final whistle sounds.
There it is.
Folsom Lake have gone back-to-back for the first time since 2019 when Santiago Canyon won their second title. Folsom Lake, though, in front of the traveling fans that have made the journey down from Folsom, will go home happy tonight as they run out 2-1 winners.
And every night, those Cypress players dreamed and manifested this matchup, and they ran into the nightmare of Folsom Lake College.
So I'm going to go down and get some interviews, and see you in a few moments.
I don't know. Let me think about it on the way down.
And you just have to take this in. The emotion, hope, embracing your teammates. And you have to take this part in too, because this is an equally important part of the story. These Cypress players, they deserved more. They deserved more based on how they played. And that's life. And those moments are life. And watching this play out for both of these teams, the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, that's beautiful. And as much as I feel for those Cypress players, and I've been there as a coach and with my players, you can't be anything more than proud. And look at that crowd. Look at our game growing right before our eyes. Women's JUCO level is amazing. And I don't want to hear anything else. And they should celebrate, and they should do backflips, and they should be emotional and be passionate in this moment. They have earned it. And at the Division I level, everything's basically a JUCO anyway now, if we're being honest, with the transfer portal. And if you're a Division I coach and you're not watching this game thinking that there are many players on this field that will help you win, you need to get your eyes checked. Fierce competitors all over the field, mentally tough everywhere on the field. That's our level. It's grown, it's evolved. These teams are tactically dialed. Their set pieces are organized. They have layers to what they do. They're pragmatic when they need to be and find ways to win. And Cypress did deserve more today, but that's part of our game, and this is part of our game too, and this is the joy. These are the highest of highs, core moments in these women's lives, that what they accomplished together in a world that is now so selfish. Look what these women did together. That's what we'll celebrate today. Congratulations to Folsom Lake College. They go back-to-back for the first time since Santiago Canyon was able to do it in 2018 and 2019. Absolutely incredible job that Donnie Roboto, Pat Powers, and their whole staff have done. And these women unified together through this season. So many sophomores on this roster that were in a game a year ago where they were outshot by over 20 shots. And they learned how to bend but not break, and they learned how to lean on one another. And we're going to go down to Steven on the field for player interviews.
Be here without our coaches, the training staff, and all of the hours that we put in. It's just amazing.
How does it feel? Can you sum it up in words, both of you?
There's no words. There's no words. It's incredible. At all, yeah. It's the best thing that's ever happened in my life. That's all I gotta say.
That's wonderful. Go and enjoy it with your teammates. Meanwhile, I'm going to talk to Coach Bordeaux over here, and you now.
You could see it today as we tapped into the bench and all the players that had to step up and play different roles to make it happen. And credit to Cypress. They're a quality program and a very difficult opponent. So this is significant for us, yes.
And report here that made so much noise throughout the course of the game. They're all standing here. I can see them looking over here. They're all, I'm sure, ready to talk to you as soon as this is done.
Yeah, it's awesome. Our friends, family, supporters throughout the season, they've been amazing and super supportive of all the things that we're doing. We couldn't do it without them, and the support of all the folks in our athletic department. So, yeah, we're really excited and really appreciate them.
Congratulations, you got it.
Congratulations to Hope Northrup, sophomore transfer from San Jose State, who has really been able to come in and use our level and elevate through the Folsom program, develop into a new position, and she's going to make a coach at the Division I level very happy. I know that they should be lining up to grab her, because from a mental aspect, I think she's grown a lot in the last year from what Coach Robatos told me about her. And obviously, outstanding performance from her the entire season, leader on the team, and was able to elevate today. As I said on the broadcast, she had a quietly fantastic game. And here we see Cypress, and you know how difficult it is to accept that trophy, but Alcantara should be insanely proud of her performance in this game. I thought she showed incredible leadership throughout the game, both in her play and her passion. And this is so difficult, this part of it, but what these players need to understand, that through those tears, this is how you build those calluses to where there is nothing that can break you as a human being. And it is difficult, but it's never losses. It truly is lessons for the highest level performers. And for those that I know are there on that team, we talked about a lot of them today. This is how they elevate in every area of their life. And we don't like it, but this is how we grow.
As we watch the trophy presentation here, final thoughts, Adrienne, on what was a very exciting weekend of women's soccer action.
How much our level has grown over the last 5 years and over the last 10 years. And it's incredible to go back to back, and they even have added things. They got better in the year after the state championship. They used the good momentum to push the program forward, and that's what great coaches do. And if there's one thing that I've learned coaching at this level in women's Northern California JUCO, it's that you don't have to be liked to be respected. And Donnie Robato may not be always liked by coaches at our level, but facts over feelings,
Copy.
They're back-to-back state champions. So that is respect.
Let's take a look at some second half highlights. An excellent job by our... We'll take a look at it here. Here's a look at the goal from Grace Pratt. What an effort. Goal of the weekend. It is the goal of the weekend.
To peek up and strike that from distance, the audacity of Grace. I mean, in that moment, to elevate and be able to give her best, that's incredible.
This led to the penalty to Maddie Stroh, who would put the Falcons up 2-0.
A no-doubter. She's prepared for it mentally. She's prepped it at practice.
This one is the one that looped up onto the top of the crossbar and bounced back into play. That shot just wide of the post. Lopez had it well covered, though. Folsom Lake were on the move looking for more in the second half. But this would be the penalty here. Still look at... Even look at it now, some 25 minutes later, it still doesn't...
Another no-doubter penalty kick. Not a no-doubter call.
Cypress pressed over the course of the last 10 minutes, but they just did not have the keys to unlock the defense.
I would have liked to see more on set pieces from Cypress. More layers. I think that was a difference between the teams, and a big reason for Folsom's success. They're so dialed on set pieces, both defensively and offensively, and we love this. Let's take all of this in. These women celebrating their passion, and again, they did it together. You can tell there's not any one player on that team that she thinks that she did it.
That's why Northrop called Reyes over to...
Exactly.
What a weekend it's been then at American River College, and the Bay Area Online Sports Network looks back to being here in a couple years' time when the state championship is held in the northern part of California once again. This telecast by the Bay Area Online Sports Network was granted by the California Community College Athletic Association. Any rebroadcast requires the express written consent of the 3C2A and BAOSN. For our entire BAOSN production team, including Jim Petramilli and my partner Adrienne Sorensen, my name is Stephen Davies. Congratulations to Folsom Lake, the champions. They made it back-to-back here in 2024. For everyone here from BAOSN, ciao, but now.